How's it going, man? Looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And of course, we back. We missed 2 weeks. Well, a week.
A week.
It's been 2 weeks if you count Fridays, because we did not do
Yeah.
that. So the typical day we did miss last week, but it's just a fan wrestling. Of course, joined with the one, the only Afro coming 765. How you doing today, Torre?
Boom. You already know your local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day. Saturday night's all right for fights, folks.
It is, even though I don't know how much effort I can.
Shout
All
out
right,
Elton. Shout out Elton John.
all right, let's go. Y'all see the title? 3 years in the making for the Bloodline story is finally starting to feel like it's coming to the close. CM Punk returns tonight on AEW Collision. Saturday Night Wrestling is back after
20 years,
maybe
give or take, maybe a little
when
more
did
than that.
when did WCW go? Because I
Uh,
think
late '90s,
you know
early 2000s.
what I'm saying.
So
WWE did Sunday night Heat, so it wasn't no
yeah,
Saturday night.
Saturday night. What was it? It wasn't Nitro. I can't. Was it? It might have actually been Nitro that was on Saturdays, or was it? No, because it was Monday night Nitro.
Yeah, Monday Night Nitro and
Either
all of that
way,
stuff. So
Tony Khan moves ever closer to freaking making a WCW clone
he,
that maybe will eventually get bought out by Vince, just like old WCW did.
yeah, essentially. Tori, talk about how this stage looked exactly like Nitro.
It is crazy because Tony Khan is working so hard, folks. I mean, we've known for the longest time Tony TK is a WCW fanboy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Plenty of fanboys, but man, from hiring the old talents to the signage looking exactly the same to freaking the stage and the stands, everything being set up the same. I mean, if it turns out to be amazing, it's super flattering. But if it's bad, it just reminds us of the things we hated about WCW.
It does. I am gonna lie, the Jeff Jarrett segment I kind of got out on. So, but the rest
I
of it,
think I went to pee during that,
but the whole rest of the show, I actually enjoy. I actually enjoy
bruh. It
the
was
whole.
I went into it being a cynical Sally. I can't lie. I was like, this is probably going to be garbage, and
Yeah, it might be. It might actually turn out to be, but we don't know
yeah,
yet. But
it. I hope. I was surprised. Like I said, I started out as a cynical Sally, and I didn't think it was going to be any good. But lo and behold, I, I'm pleasantly surprised. I really am. There was some little stuff, but other than that, I thought it was good. What about you? First thoughts on
I
Collision?
I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a really good show. Um, and the thing I liked about it was it did feel like old school WCW, but ain't nothing I disliked besides one segment on the entire show. We're gonna go over that quickly. But I'm gonna introduce the first time. Of course, we all know why we're here. The Bloodline and CM Punk. CM Punk returned to a massive ovation on Collision. Said it's his show. He broke it down, talking about he looked back his past. He rode the wave of smart, passionate fans where he is to get to where he is today. He has never fit in, nor does he does. He said he's unapologetic. He is himself. He couldn't have done it without them. He makes some those people hate him for some reasons. Punk said fans can call him a hero. They can love him. They can hate him, but they know he's right. Punk says Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav called him one Bill Field because he's the one genuine article in the business full of counterfeit bucks. Of course, a shot at the Young Bucks. It's clearly a shot at the Young Bucks. He said some people think they are owed an apology and sometimes better than to be the bigger man. To those who feel they deserve an apology, Punk says he's sorry. The only people softer than you are the wrestlers you would like. Again, a clear shot at them, which is fine, but if they don't work together, that's the most pointless. This is the most pointless teasing I've ever seen in my life if they actually don't work together. So you muted, Tor. I think you muted.
I have returned. I had to go turn on Scooby Doo for a goddamn crying 2-year-old.
But yeah, I went over everything Spunk said, talking about the only people softer than the people who think they owe him the apology is the wrestlers they like. They also hit him with the like I told him about the David Saslav's comment, one Bill Phil.
One Bill Phil was a good. Punk talked this shit, but I saw a lot of people predicted this was how it would go. You freaking bring. Look, I'm calling him Phil now. You bring Punk in at the beginning. It helps to retain viewership. A little tease throughout. It was smart.
It was now if you now I know a lot of y'all look for ratings. I don't think y'all need to care about ratings. This is a Saturday show. College football is coming soon. And one thing you know is college football dominates on Saturday night. So
I
don't
have no idea. I'll take your word for it.
college football dominates. It's like 4 games on there. I'll get like there's like 8 games on all of them at least getting a meal. so, so that's all I'm saying.
That's quite the viewership.
That's
I
what I'm
can't
saying.
lie.
That's what I'm saying. At least getting a meal. And if Alabama a big game playing, that game getting like 10 meals. So that's gonna take most of the viewers. And most wrestling fans are football fans. Not all, but most.
I
Even
don't know. I don't know how many wrestling fans are actually football fans, but
it's a
I
lot.
believe you say it's a lot.
It's a lot. Trust me, it's a huge crossover. If you look over the crossover between wrestling fan and football fans, it's a lot. Not everybody, like of course the people that actively go and the crowds that do stuff ain't or not like football fan, but most time them people ain't got something in their city, so they'll just go to a game because they ain't got no college football in. But
No.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. But I wouldn't
So
care
you're
too much.
telling me all these guys with random Joshi wrestlers as their freaking profile pictures are watching football every Saturday?
Tor, those are the different
I'm
breeds.
just saying.
Tor, we ain't like I think a report said like it's like 8% of the internet online fan base is like wrestling is the total fan base of wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's just the most it's the loudest part of the fan
yeah,
base is the internet wrestling community.
yeah. Most wrestling fans do not care about half the stuff we be on. It's the same way with everything. Everybody on Twitter think like it's stuff like this is the majority of people know it's not. But like Budweiser, all of a sudden this stock is right back to where it was after it dipped like record low for like a week, and then it's right back to where it is because that's how life typically goes. Same thing with Call of Duty. The player base went down for a week and then it went right back because that's what we do.
Is Nick Burke still out of Call of Duty or did they put him back in?
Now he's out, and then Tim Tatman said, "If he out, I'm out." And then okay,
Well,
all right.
I'm thinking it's gonna be okay without being in Call of Duty.
I know what they said, but it's not that. It's the rest show. CM Punk was
I think it
amazing.
could actually hurt their demo though. But yeah, CM Punk killed it. Everyone who thought Punk was gonna come in here and fucking drop the ball in any way, shape, or form, I think he proved most of the naysayers wrong. He was good on the mic, and as we'll talk about here in a minute, he was good in the ring too. At least in my opinion, for whatever that's worth. Apparently, it's worth enough to get Ref Aubrey to block me.
Listen, we gotta talk about that too. Listen, Phil good. I just think Phil overhyped, but Phil is good. Phil is really good in the
Bruh,
ring and
I
on the
see,
mic.
and believe me, folks, him saying that means something because believe me, if there's anyone that is ready to shit on old Pepsi Phil,
Listen, second,
it's the alpha over there.
second, he mess up him on. But I know I recognize he's good. I just think he's overhyped still. Like you can be good
Uh,
and overhyped.
very, very true. Two things can always be true,
Like if you watch Make It Make Sense, I literally said he had the biggest reaction out of everybody that week because I can't lie, he did.
bro. What I'm good.
I think the same way about Aaron Rodgers as well. So
I'm ready to see the past nationals though. I know they don't. I know they don't always. They're not always concrete, and we'll see different numbers come Monday. But I am interested to see what the past nationals for this will do. Did they crack a million and stay over it? Because man, I don't know
Saturday
how.
is
But
tough. Saturday's tough.
Saturday is tough. No one's arguing that. But I mean, CM Punk. People said Friday was tough, and look at how horrible freaking Rampage's numbers were after CM Punk. They had over a million that first night that CM Punk was there in Chicago. So I'm thinking TK's hoping he gets that again. Crack a million the first night. It looks good for Warner Brothers. I'm not saying it has to be anything exorbitant. Part of me hopes it is. Part of me hopes these Fast Nationals come in and it was 2.5 million Blue Dynamite out of the water for this week, bruh. Because just I
It only
know
lost to
the
SmackDown this
look on
week.
the only lost, bruh. The look on the Young Bucks faces. in the back if that shit beats out Dynamite. Where if we go back there, even though we all, and I think we'll talk about Dynamite a little bit at some point, but even with as great as everyone felt the ending was, the viewership was not that high.
By the way, I thought that was gonna be my favorite end of the week, and this SmackDown happened. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Bruh,
ain't nothing
SmackDown,
gonna
they
beat this
just
week.
shifted it. They shifted it into a different gear.
I look,
AEW, I don't look at AEW as competing with SmackDown at this point because Roman Reigns is different, bro. This storyline is different. The freaking talent they have right now is getting to be different. Even your boy Grayson Waller is starting to grow on me a little bit. I'll talk about that once we get to SmackDown. But
26 million on just WWE platform, not including all the TikToks and everything else people make.
yeah, bro. I mean, it was, bro.
Yeah, just at 26 million in less than 24 hours is
Nigga,
insane.
my 64-year-old mother even watched that Roman Reigns part where the fucking bloodline broke up. Did you hear about Roman Reigns?
Hey, somebody said my grandparents had Days of Our Lives. We had the
Bloodline. Yeah, I
blood.
retweet. Go check my Twitter, folks. That's definitely in the retweets somewhere. I saw that shit. I died too. I couldn't. That was hilarious, bro. It's peak cinema.
It is dramatic. Roman Reigns. We gonna talk about when we get there. One of the things I didn't like, and we don't have to spend much time. Warlord Luchasaurus wins in an awkward match. By the way, this
Yeah,
whole match,
I liked the. Okay, he wins because Christian
I like the
Cage
question.
smashes. Like, I
I like
like the
that part.
camera. I like the camera move, bro. I don't know
I
what
like
kind of
that.
camera they used, but it was super good imagery. Just when you see the camera explode on the side of Wardlow's head, like I don't know if that he smacked him with that shit or if it was just a poorly put together camera, but it looked amazing on camera. That is what I'm gonna give. I'm gonna shoot this match. That's the little bit of bail. I'm gonna shoot this match before you take it apart because I know you're about to, and I'm okay with that. You know that. I don't have any problem with that.
Listen,
But I
what
love the camera spot.
that was actually good.
I
Christian
like the
Cage was the
camera
best
spot.
part of this match.
And exactly. Well, I mean, bruh, he's Christian at the end of the day. This
But
man's tried and true. We know he's good on the mic and in the ring in any. We're aware of that. He is proven, and maybe he'll be able to get because I see people argue that he got Jungle Boy over. I think that's arguable at best, but yeah, it. I like the ending of it too, where Christian. It's I guess where Luchasaurus wants to be a babyface again is the way this is looking. But here you go, rip it apart. So
even throughout the match, Christian was the best. But after that, Warlow and them had some like the slowest. Like Warlow does really good in the ring,
I don't
but
think
when he
Wardlow
fighting a
should
big
wrestle
person,
super big. I don't
yes,
think Wardlow should wrestle big
it was
guys
so
anymore.
slow. Like all the moves felt so slow and
Because
telegraphed.
Wardlow's big, but he's so much quicker than his opponent still. Like that, and
So he
there's
slows down in the match, and it looks stupid.
exactly, and it looks clunky as fuck because we know he can go high speed. And I'm not saying, listen, to all you old school wrestle purists out there, I'm not saying that Wardlow should freaking wrestle a freaking lucha style or freaking do nothing but dives or anything of that nature. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he needs to move at a quicker pace than Luchasaurus, or he looks awkward.
Listen, it was a scene when Christian was on his knees and he was just playing around, and then he went back and he did the knee to the stomach, and it was the slowest knee to the stomach ever. I'm like, move!
And I
He
don't like
telegraphing.
Luchasaurus as it is me personally. I
He
don't
not
think
that good.
he got carried by freaking Jungle Boy and freaking. I mean, they were AEW tag champs, so
The
no one
Swanton
can
bomb
take
was
that.
nice.
His swanton is always nice though. That
Other than
yeah.
that, this match was slow, clunky, it looked weird. It felt out of place in the whole show if you go back and watch it.
And God, why is the TNT title the hot potato championship, bro?
Shit.
That shit gets passed around like a busy hooker on the 4th of July.
The belt
We
feels
just,
unimportant, and Wardlow
bruh.
feels like he done lost
And I'm not gonna,
everything.
and I'm not trying to be a dick rider at this
Please
point,
don't get him the belt back.
but we can't put, bro.
Wardlow,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, no.
it's gonna
He
be a
needs to be.
19-time belt.
Wardlow had a built-in story with MJF that for some reason we have not touched. Like,
Listen,
I mean, well, he did
listen.
beat him.
Him
He
and this
did beat him
belt
in
is
that
like
match,
I
but
lose it, I get it back, lose it, get it back,
like
lose it,
it,
get it back. I'm like,
and
no,
I
he
hate
can't.
it because I like Wardlow. Wardlow's amazing in the ring. No arguments. Little bit odd on the mic for my taste, but the man can wrestle his
You can
ass
even
off.
You can even hot potato it, but don't hot potato it back to the same dude and then lose it to
It's
somebody
bruh.
else.
If Sammy Guevara wins this championship, I will throw something. If Scorpio Sky, I saw he got his little pre-tape in there. I don't want to see Scorpio Sky with it again. Shout out to Scorpio Sky though. But and the thing is, with this Saturday show that's actually on TNT now, is this not going to be sort of the main belt for this show?
That's what I thought it was too. I'm like, because there ain't no other
But
belt.
if we're going to hot potato it, freaking, I hope MJF's
Unless they
making
count
freaking
CM Punk belt.
appearances. Well, I
He
mean,
just,
CM Punk called out Max in a way during that promo. So, and if you're not doing a hard roster split, if there's anybody that should be on both shows, it should be your world champion.
we got to give him to actually wrestle on this one
Do
show.
you? I mean, bruh, we need Punk MJF 3. Yes or no?
I would love, but to be honest, he can't win it.
It would be 3, right? This would be the rubber match because
Yeah,
freaking
he
MJF
can't win it.
beat him before, and then Punk beat him in the dog collar match, and now they're still.
But yeah, he can't win. CM Punk shouldn't win it, but I'd
No,
like
I'm
to
not
do.
saying that at all.
By the way, does this show feel like
Hey,
the show of all the
if
male
they take
content?
this belt, off of Mac, if they're smart, bruh, he will hold this belt until 2024,
We
and
ain't got that long.
maybe Tony will pony up the money to keep him. Maybe he'll say no, and freaking he'll give us a Punk a la ROH. I'm going to WWE and I'm taking the belt with me. You remember the
Yeah,
storyline?
the blow the
20,
kiss to CM Punk,
yeah,
Vince being
exactly.
mad. That was beautiful stuff.
Bro.
Does this show feel like the male?
Coming out to Misery in Cantare. I love that song so much.
Does this show feel like the male content show? Because like everybody did like, I'm not
It
doing
feels
this.
like all the trouble. The only thing missing was Eddie Kingston.
He just showed back up too. So
Yeah,
it wasn't on this show, but
he got to live out. We gotta remember Kingston. It's always been a dream of his to fight in the G1. He got to fight in the G1 last month, so he was doing that. He's been making all kinds of New Japan appearances. We're gearing up for Forbidden Door, which I do want to. Before we transition into SmackDown, after we finish this, I do want to hear your thoughts a little bit on Forbidden Door. But
we do. By the way, but that was a segue to Andrade versus Buddy Matthews. Two
bruh,
people rumored to
I
want to
like
go back to their girlfriends and wives.
bruh, both of them want to go back. And think Malachi Black was in the ring at the end. And Zelina Vega is his wife. He probably wants to be back over there with her. Because she's looking mighty cozied up with Santos Escobar the same way Rhea Ripley's looking mighty cozied up with goddamn Dominic. And I know it's kayfabe, none of it's real, but we can count. You can't count on both hands the number of relationships in the WWE or wrestling in general that have been started out as something on screen and moved into freaking goddamn being real. I mean, case in point, the biggest one of them all, Triple H made the power move and knocked down the freaking boss's daughter, and look at where he's at now. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. I guess I'm playing devil's advocate because obviously I'm not saying these women would cheat on their significant others or vice versa. Although I did think Buddy Matthews was kind of side eyeing Julia Hart a little bit, but how could you not? Girl's beautiful, is what it is. But yeah, I could definitely see how they could. I mean, and think they all got bad bitches over there too. Even Charlotte in her own right, though she's not exactly my cup of tea. She's still beautiful, but nonetheless, I liked Andrade and Buddy's match. I thought
It was
it
really good.
wasn't. I was gonna say it was the perfect pace. Were there a couple of spots that were a little yeah,
You
but
talking about the backflip on the rope that seemed like he just waited too long?
no, I was talking about when the Hurricane Rana on the outside where he sort
Oh,
of
okay.
spiked himself, but still threw Buddy into the barricade.
Oh yeah.
But no, I remember
But it
that
was a really good match.
moonsault was the cart. Are you talking about the cartwheel moonsault that he did off the
Yeah,
apron?
off the apron, and then he just waited, and I'm like, why
Yeah.
don't you just move? He's doing a cartwheel while you staring at him. You do not have to sit
The
there.
cartwheel's part of the distraction, shock and awe, bruh. They're like, is this nigga really doing a cartwheel in the middle of our fight? I like the little part where Julia Hart.
I like the ending.
I like when Julia
Oh, touch
Hart
the
acted
mask.
like she was gonna take the mask. Freaking, um, part of me wishes he'd put the mask back on because that's still one of the hardest masks in wrestling, in my opinion.
It is.
But
But
I liked the match a lot. I don't know how I feel about the afterbirth with I mean Unless
I like the figure eight ending.
LaFaction and Gobernable's coming back, Forbidden Door coming, maybe we get freaking goddamn Buddy Matthews. Well, you get the House of Black versus like main faction, so like Roosh, Andrade, and fucking Tetsuya Naito versus the House of Black. Tell me that's not fire. Tell me you wouldn't
Yeah,
watch. Tell me you wouldn't watch actual LaFaction and Gobernable versus the House of Black. That's probably one of the best trios matches they could do for Forbidden Door.
it would be. That'd be amazing.
If they, unless they already have a match on the card, I don't know. But I
We'll see. But this,
I liked Andrade and Buddy Matthews. Like I said, a little iffy on the afterbirth. Freaking, the lights go out. Everybody else appears in the ring. Shout out Brody King and Malachi Black. They're both two amazing wrestlers. I love Brody King, bro. That dude is just. He sort of reminds me of Bruiser Brody. Oh, I don't know why I said that. I'll get killed on Twitter for saying. Respectfully, folks, I'm not saying that he's actually like Bruiser Brody. Like, come on. I'm just saying he gives me Bruiser Brody energy.
yeah, I see that. That's his ad right there. It
But
just came by Afro coming.
I'm not saying Brody King is better than Bruiser Brody. God damn it, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying I
Yeah,
get Bruiser energy from him.
yeah. I like the ending. I like the figure eight. That
Yeah,
homage to the
I enjoyed that.
homage to the wifey.
As I
I
say,
see you.
he want to make he getting the super sloppy gawk when he gets back home.
She even sent a tweet out.
As I
She
say,
even sent.
and he won with it. That's. But Andrade, he was brolic as fuck. He wasn't that buff in WWE. I don't know if he's getting any help. I don't know. Freaking if he's at over a certain age, he could be doing TRT, which is completely legal. But he's looking jacked, yo. He's looking yoked.
He is figure eight. They mentioned on the show. They shout out them for
Yeah,
actually
they
mentioning
actually called
it.
it a figure eight. I was worried they were gonna be like this modified figure four. I was gonna be like, but no.
And shout out them for making excuses for all these people that been not wanting to come on the
How do
show
you
for
feel
years.
about the commentary team?
I ignore it for
I
the most
like
part.
Nigel McGuinness, bro. I like
My
him,
Nigel did good,
but
but and I
Kelly.
like Nigel. I like Nigel keep bringing up why he made up excuses for why all these people who just didn't want to show up
But
just started.
you gotta think that's the
He was
thing,
injured for 10 months. No, he wasn't.
bruh. I enjoy
Miro
how
and
they
them
did.
did not want. Yes,
Bro,
but
I had a
I like
whole
the fact that y'all
argue.
trying to
I
make
had a
it.
whole argument on Twitter today with freaking somebody over the whole. Roosh hasn't really been on TV that much since it was said that in that match with Jungle Boy, he was taking some liberties and whatnot. But somebody tried to say, "Oh, he's having visa issues." Fuck it, bruh. You ain't gonna tell me how many times have we seen AEW spin something misleading or freaking just to divert it from what's actually going on.
Yeah,
But
they tend to
yeah,
do that.
thanks.
And
I'm
like,
trying to avoid the tangents, but no.
yeah, we had Scorpio Sky. He coming back,
Yeah,
and
a
I
little
love the fact
Scorpio
Scorpio.
Sky pre-tape.
Yeah, so Scorpio Sky is amazing. Again, people who like really
First
wasn't
ever
been on the show.
him and Frankie Kazarian, first ever AEW tag team champions.
Yeah.
All the way back in
Then we got Tony Nese.
2019. Poor Tony.
Tony Nese.
Tony Nese trying to rip off Drew Gulak's gimmick, low key.
He isn't True Good. Tony Nese, you ain't Drew Gulak. I'm sorry. Yo, he doing real good in NXT.
Who else just popped up at NXT? I know I'm gonna have to watch NXT next week because Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. I'm gonna
You
watch
know why?
that.
You know why they doing that, right? That's a test to see if he ready.
Yeah, but man, they're picking somebody. It's hard though because Seth, even if he sucks, he's gonna look amazing with Seth.
But they want to see if he got the ability to put on a great put on that level of match with the best. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all too, with Roman, you don't have to put on the best match because Roman gonna tell a story the whole match that you can just walk through. But But yeah, Roman gonna tell you he did that with Logan Paul. I look back at the Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. I looked at the Logan Paul Seth Rollins. The Logan Paul Roman Reigns match sold me a ticket the whole match, even though I knew it was gonna happen. I'm
Bruh,
like, oh,
it's
this is
it's the best thing in wrestling. Damn, bar
so.
none.
Like he don't even you don't have to do all those fancy. By the way, he also hit him. Don't ever forget. Don't ever forget the little epic shot that's still like the number one greatest wrestling picture in history
Bruh,
of
it's
wrestling.
so good.
He's like Superman punching down and then Roman with his foot fishes. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's the best picture in history. I don't care what y'all say. That picture is the best. Let's get some stuff. Tori might not like this. He might do. Tony Storm, Ruby Soho, but the Willow Nightingale, Sky Blue. I know he like half of these things.
I
Well, three fourths actually.
I love freaking Tony Storm, Willow, and I enjoy Sky Blue. Ruby Soho, she's not doing too bad. I don't know what the answer is for her anymore. I don't know if we need to show her more, we need to show her less. Um, but this I didn't hate this tag match as much as I bomb on the women's division, and I admit I do that quite a bit. But I don't think I say anything crazy or malicious enough to get blocked by somebody on Twitter that I didn't even follow or engage with really to begin with. But um, yeah, bro, it's just I like the match. I like that Sky Blue and Willow got the win. There were some. We got to remember everybody in there outside. Well,
Willow a
half of
champion
that.
now. Willow gotta win. She a champion now. She beat
Yeah,
Sasha Mercedes.
but we also got to remember Willow is still relatively new. She's
You
only
cannot lose to
man,
Tony Storm, and if you just beat Mercedes Monet, I don't care what Tony Khan
I
not that
know, but
stupid. You
no,
criticize, but he
I
ain't that
understand.
dumb.
I understand that because that would definitely put a strain on the relations come Forbidden Door, considering TK is going to try and get a majority of his guys to win. But yeah,
Even as a
I
wrestling
liked it.
booker, you beat Mercedes Monet, you do not lose to Tony
But
Storm.
you got to remember, she got injured in that match. They didn't have a choice.
What that kayfabe they did kayfabe wise they did not. It was not that way.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm giving Willow grace because you got to think she wasn't supposed to win that match. She wasn't supposed to be the champion.
Well,
You think
life
if you're not Kenny Omega,
they got
if
to
you're
do
not
this.
Kenny Omega or someone that's friends with that group in AEW, you're not holding titles and carrying them out freaking. Although I know it's different with New Japan. Shout out to Zack Sabre Jr. too. Although God, I hate but love the New Japan TV title at the same time. It's just
Yeah.
it's so square. But yeah, I like the match. Ruby and Tony did a great job of making sure that everything looked super clean. I felt like I don't know if you felt like that, but I felt like they sort of led the match to a certain extent. Of course, Willow and Sky did their own thing, looked amazing. Both of them. I mean, there was a lot of beautiful in that ring, bruh.
Shut down. I had showed a picture of Sky Blue. That was amazing. Ricky Starks got
Bruh,
an Owen
have
Hart.
you
He said
watched?
he announced it.
After this is over, bro, you need to go and watch Sky Blue's Hey EW, bro. I don't know. I don't know if she can talk, bruh. It's so hilarious. So they gotta keep her off the mic, possibly.
But yeah, we had the Jeff Jarrett say he will face Mark Briscoe in a concession stands brawl, which I'm like, of course Jeff Jarrett wants some weird, stupid thing
Bruh,
that we don't.
shout out to that Tupelo brawl, but I just man, this is what we're doing with Mark Briscoe. This
Yes, he is going. Yeah, that's what he's going against. He's going out and facing doing weird concession stand brawls with Jeff Jarrett and carrying this fight Aubrey and shit.
don't
Somehow they both
forget
gonna somehow get a brawl.
just last week on Dynamite, Ref Aubrey and Mark and Papa Briscoe versus Karen, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lee.
Yeah, so we gotta get some weird. It's weird. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn came out. They got a new outfit. It was
I
kind of
enjoyed the
dope.
rap. It wasn't nothing crazy.
he had one really good, and the rest been kind of it been like been kind of fell
But you
off.
gotta think it's hard if you got they want you to spit a new freestyle every time you come out, and you're actually on TV quite a bit, like the acclaimed are. It'd be one thing if they
John
were on
Cena did it.
John Cena. Think about that sentence you just said. John Cena did it. John Cena.
Hey,
This nigga got a platinum album. What are we talking about?
don't forget to like and
He got a
subscribe.
fucking
But
platinum album, bruh. Well,
by the way,
I used to
somebody
bang
asked
that shit every
MJF.
day to school.
Somebody said that John Cena versus Prime Cena versus Prime MJF. Who going? I'm like, I'm sorry, MJF. I love
Yeah,
you,
I
but
love
John Cena was gonna
MJF,
eat
but
you alive.
bruh, come on.
You and plus you have gave him material to like just go crazy,
But not.
and he would have probably said some
Oh, are you
anti.
talking about in a promo?
Yes,
MJF might get over on old Johnny in a promo, bruh.
yo, John Cena that crushed him. I have never seen MJF crush spirits the way I've seen John
I
Cena.
don't know. Well,
Yo, that
he
man
may
made
not.
Roman Reigns change his character.
He did.
he got the Rock so mad he was
I'm
ready to fight.
okay. I need to. I'm not just trying to be an MJF dick rider. You're right, bruh.
I'm
John
just
Cena is
saying.
one of the best talkers there's ever been, bruh.
I'm
He
just saying.
capitalized
MJF up
on the
there, but John Cena
2000s
is
hip hop,
insane.
and he
Bro,
made it work.
and MJF gave him a lot of material to say some crazy stuff to him. Now we ain't talking about goody two shoe John. We talking about just prime. I get to say whatever I want. It's gonna be really offensive, John Cena.
Bruh, go look at the archive, folks. There's
he
some
told he, he
crazy,
told his he told Hispanic man to go back to working at Home Depot. It
bruh.
was crazy.
Back to the Home Depot parking lot. Never forget when Vince McMahon said, "What's up, my nigga?" He was talking to John Cena. Booker T was just there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People forget. Y'all got used to John Cena that just like, oh, nice guys, I'm gonna give you a hat, all that.
Bruh. John
Oh,
Cena,
only person I ever seen get over him with Dean Ambrose in the most one of the best promo he ever
and then
get.
they had
John
him
Moxley.
getting shots in his ass.
Then we're gonna end it with the match tonight. We already just talked about it. I feel like even in this match, even though I felt like a big match, somehow I felt like Jay White was overlooked in this match, and I didn't like it.
I like that he
Juice
didn't
Rock.
take the pin.
I
But
did too.
I see what I feel like Juice is getting over with the crowd. Well, at least the in real life, the IRL crowd.
Yeah.
More
But
than,
Samoa Joe
of
versus
course,
CM
if
Punk
we're
was the
talking about
biggest
the
pop of the night.
internet, if we're talking about the IWC, if we're talking about the internet wrestling community, Jay White's way more popular than Juice Robinson, in my opinion. But IRL, I feel like Juice might get over with the real life fans before.
Tori, did not feel like Jay White was the least popular person in this match while you watching with the
It
crowd?
kind of did, but you got to remember, bruh, you're in there with CM Punk, Samoa
Well, I
Joe,
ain't saying be the most
CM
popular. I'm just
Punk,
saying I
Samoa
don't.
Joe, freaking FTR. I
Oh, a
think
great match by the way. I don't want
but
to
I'm
just say
saying I
that.
think anyone can sort of get overlooked when we're talking about that lineup of
But
people.
Juice Robinson too.
No, that's just because Juice Robinson be yelling the craziest shit ever when he be doing his moves, like "Get on the ground, boy." It's like, oh, bruh. But I enjoy the shit out of Juice
Yeah,
Robinson, bruh. That
it
dude.
was. By the way, Samoa Joe CM Punk met in the middle of the ring. It
It's
was a
bad
pop.
because every time I see Samoa Joe, I just think about him singing the thong song with a sweet tooth mask on now. Oh
True,
Lord.
but I did make a joke in the group chat when I saw them together. I'm like, which one injured first? Hey, listen, it's inappropriate, but it's funny,
I
so
don't
y'all
know.
got to get over.
Think Joe's done really good. They said what he's been the how wait he's been the freaking the television champ of Ring of Honor what couple hundred days now. So
Yeah,
and he's been
so
wrestling
that
pretty regularly from the clips I've seen all of ROH here and there.
it's CM Punk. What you saying?
Yeah, bro. CM Punk in Chicago. You're getting overshadowed. No
Yeah.
questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I was talking about who got injured first.
Maybe. CM Punk. He
I,
looked good tonight. He,
he did.
when he first came out at the beginning, I saw him look at the crowd. I was like, "Don't you go jumping in the crowd again."
Do safe things. Do not try to
Just
do the
wrestle.
hangman move. Do not try to jump off the rails. That's not about it. But it was a really good match. Shattered Machine GTS, of course, ended. Great match. Fun time. Tori want to talk about Forbidden Door, how I felt about it.
The card that we're seeing so far, yes.
Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay seemed like it's gonna be what's going on. Is that right? Yeah. This 2023, yeah. So yeah, this is that confirmed? Tori, you muted.
I think that quite a few of them are confirmed.
I see it here for the confirmed match, but I didn't know that was. I knew what happened at the end of the show, so I'm guess.
But Brian
Danielson versus Okada is probably the
bruh.
match I'm most looking forward to.
it-
Then I got
I went
mad
back
at
and
what
looked in
happened
my
next.
memories and in some of my old tweets. I've already talked about how Danielson versus Okada is a dream match since Danielson came to AEW. So
I'm a
I'm happy to
yeah.
see it happen finally.
I'm gonna put this in this way because MJF versus Tanahashi.
Oh my
I was excited,
god, bro.
but then
This is
I
gonna
realized
be
what happened next with
so. Is he just gonna? But it's MJF. Is he just gonna get disqualified,
probably. But the problem I had was he had Sonata versus Jungle Boy. I was like,
bro? Why Jungle? Why
I
Jungle
wanted
Boy?
Sonata versus MJF. I'm being honest, but
No,
still,
fuck
I can
no.
take it.
You're crazy.
I
I
do.
don't. I would. You don't think that's gonna be the biggest style clash ever?
I do, but
Sonata
I feel like
versus
it's gonna be.
no. Tanahashi
I
versus
feel like it'll
MJF
be
makes perfect
funner to watch
sense.
them go extra.
No, because you got to put both belts on the line. Then freaking, because no one's gonna believe that, especially not with MJF. He's not gonna fuck.
Why they got Jungle Boy with Hook? Is Hook coming to
I,
AEW?
I think no. I think that this is gonna be
Hook going to WWE.
that was. Hey, Hook in NXT could be amazing. Hook right now could be amazing. They just aren't using him in the right way. I understand both the Hardy Boys could be super valuable resources in the wrestling business. Um, but man, I think we're gearing up. I think they're finally, and I don't know if I've said this on record before, but I'm saying it on the record now. I think they're going to use Hook to turn Jungle Boy heel. I think he's going to turn on Hook and he's going to get instant heat because people love Hook, even though all he does is tell you he likes chips. He
Yeah.
got crazy hair. He's getting, bro. I've noticed he's hitting. You can tell he's young because he's hitting his hipster tattoo phase. You see all the random just tattoos he has, all, but there's so much space in between them.
He's
But
starting that out.
I
But yeah,
love Hook though. I think
I
he could
think
be
the card
great.
gonna be great. Jungle Boy versus Sonata is very
I
weird to
still
me.
think Jungle Boy versus Sonata could slap. I'm not saying it couldn't.
It's gonna be a good
But
match, but I'm not. It
I
ain't
feel
go.
like they're
Jungle Boy can't carry on the mic to lead it to me to care about it.
but also Kenny Omega versus Osprey versus Omega 3 is happening at Forbidden Door. Oh, Kenny
Yeah,
gonna lose that belt, bruh. I don't know if they've announced a match for the Young Bucks or not, but
no, them the only four I seen announced so far.
I'd like to see, bruh. I'd like to see CM Punk versus freaking
Kenta, Battle of the
bruh.
GTS.
Kenta did it first. If we're talking about on record, Kenta was using the GTS for I think they said at least a year before CM Punk started wrestling, really. So,
You know what I'm saying?
but
And they've
yes,
been kind of
but you
hitting at it.
niggas heard what Kenta said. You want Kenta versus Punk? Give me the fucking bag, bruh. He 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 said it's all about the bag. You write the check, I'll break his neck. You know fucking vibes, nigga. Kenta G2S, nigga.
Yeah, so I'm
Shout out
looking.
Lil Kenta.
I'll be looking forward to it, even though I don't think it would have been as good as it would have been 10 years ago. That would have been
No,
insane 10 years
Kenta
ago.
versus CM Punk is gonna slap no matter what.
Tori, just imagine it was 10 years ago, though, when
Oh,
it
it'd
was
be great.
prime.
You gotta think he was in the WWE then, and that was never happening. But
Hey, what? Hold up.
I'm trying to think. There was
All right.
one match I saw on Twitter that I found super intriguing. It was Kota Ibushi versus freaking. I'm trying so hard to. because at first I thought it was old Hangnail, they said, but I don't think it was. But anyways, just put somebody up against Kota Ibushi at
Well, Kenta
Forbidden
did
Door.
sign with WWE, so if technically if CM Punk would have never left out, he
Yeah,
could
it
have
could have
still.
happened.
You know what I'm saying? But WWE just forgot he was on the roster.
Such a waste, bro, because Kenta's so good.
I think he would have been great now with because the way they use people, and then he would have moved him up with Triple H and Charles, but Vince and Charles, he had no
Oh
chance.
no,
But
bro, 5'7", fucking goddamn, 130 pounds, nigga. You damn near got fucking Spike Dudley stats, bro. Like in Vince's eyes.
he better learn if he could. Hey, if he take the moves like Spike, Vince will put him on TV
You
every
get up,
week.
bruh. But
Spike used
man,
to take moves like
think about his fucking body though, man. It is probably going through table after table.
Brock
But
Lesnar threw that man like I have never seen a human being get slow.
bruh, speaking of Brock Lesnar, I watched the other day. Sorry, folks, random wrestling tangent. Bro, I went back yesterday and watched Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle for the IWGP Championship back in 2007, bro. I think that match is so good, but it wasn't that long. I mean, it's a Brock match, but it was so goddamn good.
Brock is really
So it's
good.
Kurt Angle. But no, I think Kenta versus Punk is gonna slap. If it happens, it's gonna slap no matter what. I'm super excited for Danielson versus Okada, Osprey, Omega. Um, I don't know if the Young Bucks are gonna be on the show or not. If they are,
You know they
put
been
them
on.
against United Empire or something. Jeff Cobb and Kyle Fletcher because Mark Davis is injured right now. Speedy recovery to Mark Davis, one of the nastiest pile drivers in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah,
By the way, also Andrade and Matthews. I hope they all right. They did get checked on like toward the end of the match.
yeah, because them niggas were taking bumps, folks.
Yeah. Let's go over these other ones pretty
Yep.
quickly because the SmackDown, the tag team carousel, the Sea Gold Championship, Brawling Brutes basically dominated, which kind
Yeah,
of like, hey,
they
y'all.
ran the gauntlet until the end, and then the almighty Yes Boys came in and but yeah, they
Yo,
started off,
yep,
bruh. Flop. Michael Cole called Top Dollar Flop Dollar. He called him Flop Dollar. I died, nigga.
yeah.
One
Street Profits,
bird kick was
they
all it took.
they set up they set up something quick. Like they setting up something with the Street Profit. I doubt they break up like they finna beat each other up, but I think they might be like, yeah, let's do
I,
our own thing.
I
So,
mean, how long have we been saying
yeah.
we want to see a Montez Ford single run, bruh? I think my
And I don't even mind Angelo
no,
Dawkins after he
I'm
performed
not
today.
saying Dawkins,
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I wouldn't even mind that too because he's been
but
hot
but
lately.
I
Like,
mean, I just because think
without the last few months.
Austin Theory versus Montez Ford for the United States Championship. Montez Ford
They
versus Seth Rollins for the fucking well, no, he'd have to take on Roman because Seth's on Raw, they're on SmackDown. But no, bruh, the Brawling Brutes. But we already knew. Think back to the bar days. We know for a fact that freaking Sheamus is an amazing tag team wrestler. Whether you like the bar or not, you can't say that they weren't amazing in the ring. Fucking Claudio Castagnoli and Sheamus are beats.
I love that whole thing. Just beat each other up in 7 matches and then become a
Bro,
tag
they
team.
used to do the fusion dance when they came out to the ring. They literally used to do the fusion dance when they came out to the ring, bro. How can you not fucking love that? Part of me
I like
wants
the
in,
whole bar
bro.
thing.
Could you imagine? This would be so hilarious to me, and it would piss off the internet so much. Could you imagine the next time the BBC comes out? Think if John Moxley and Claudio do the freaking fusion dance.
John Moxley might quit
They
AEW.
told him to do. It's like Tony. John, I need you to do the fusion dance with. What the fuck's just the fusion dance, Tony?
By the way, Austin Theory, they need to give him that TikTok song now. It's time.
I,
You see the whole internet want him to get it. We
they ain't
popping
pay.
bottles.
They ain't paying for no licensing, nigga. What the nigga? That ain't CM Punk or Cody Rhodes or freaking.
Tell Vince to pay
I've
it. Vince love don't Vince love Austin. Tell him to go get it.
he definitely does love Austin
You with
Theory.
Pretty Deadly, you can do it now. It fits now. It fit better
But
with Pretty Deadly too.
I do like that grouping though, because I've been a fan of Pretty Deadly since freaking they were in
They
NXT
are good in the
UK.
ring too.
They're good. I know a lot of people don't care for their gimmick. Freaking
And mostly because y'all ain't seen it
yeah,
yet
I was
fully.
gonna say most people just haven't really experienced
What
this
y'all?
shit.
A lot of people probably still think they just like Fashion Police ripoff right now.
I hope people don't think that, and I
From
don't
what
hate
been on SmackDown,
Fandango or Tyler
I could
Breeze,
I can see it from what they've been showing on SmackDown because they ain't seen the whole
but
gimmick yet.
I think that this freaking if they're gonna split up the tag team championships again, I bruh, put the SmackDown titles on freaking god dang Pretty Deadly, and then KO and Sammy can go back to Raw where they were drafted to in the first place.
Yeah. Next up we had Zelina versus Io Sky. It's basically setting up Io versus Bayley sooner or later. So that's what that's setting up. Zelina got the win. She's going to Money in the Bank. But yeah, it's setting up Io versus Bayley, which I
Think it's
think is
gonna
going to be.
slap. It is
That's what I'm
going to
saying.
be Pam and Io going to blow the fucking house down.
Yeah, that match is going to be crazy. I mean, Io versus. We seen Io with Bianca that match.
That
You
was
see how.
so amazing, and I think this will be a good way for people to remember why Bailey is one of the four horsewomen. Because I see a lot of people sleeping on her. Oh, Bailey's not been as good since she got back. Bailey's this, Bailey's that. I think the CO Sky match could be a place for Bailey to show the fuck out with somebody that can we know for a fact can keep up with her. We know for a fact is just damn near just as good as her in every way, shape, or form in the ring. So
Somehow Io Sky got talking Japanese though, which I have not seen one Japanese person do, even Oscar Scarlett until she was
Takamichi
yeah.
Noku
Oh yeah.
and god dang Mr. Fuji. No, Mr. Fuji spoke English, didn't he?
Yeah, he mixed English and Japanese
There
goods.
was one other dude besides Takamichi. Why do I don't know why was it Funami? I don't.
But didn't he talk a little English too to set it up?
Yeah, I think so. Well, maybe it is just talking. Tajiri. Tajiri didn't speak no English and still got
Oh
over the
yeah, that's
green
true.
mitt. That's who I was thinking about. Tajiri got over it. And I don't
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
true.
he's.
I forgot about that. But EO don't. They're like, hey, you go out there and speak, and the crowd just eats it up, and they're like, oh, this might could work.
But I think
And then she said that one English word,
I'm,
and she do the
I'm
side
trying to
face.
help. I'm just trying to help. Bro, I'm here for it though. Bailey versus Io is gonna be a slap diddly apper. But no,
Yeah,
the Brawling Brutes ran the gauntlet basically. They got who'd they get out of there first? Was it
it was the Street
yeah, they
Profit.
got the Street Profits out of there first. Then came in freaking Hit Row.
OC,
Oh, was it OC
OC.
before the Okay,
Yeah, OC, LWO didn't hit row.
okay.
That's why they made
Hit
fun of
Row
him
was
because they're like, oh, yeah, after they had all these matches, you still got beaten 10-6.
and then freaking Pretty Deadly snuck up. Freaking Sheamus was pinning the Burnett one, and the other one came off the ring, hit him with the top rope leg drop. 1, 2, 3. Pretty Deadly.
By the way,
And
I like how Pretty Deadly wins matches. It'd be like
they're
good.
so good as heels. They're such good heels. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro.
Yeah, every week it feel like they win in a new way
I
that we
feel
ain't
like,
seen
bro,
on
once people
WWE.
really start seeing Pretty Deadly matches, I think they're gonna be like the gimmick works for them, and they're amazing in ring. Yes,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. We're gonna speak to a little more. Grayson Waller effect was amazing. Charlotte says
Grayson's one of the first people ever to be getting over with me with a randomly placed talk show. Like that. That's how.
he's funny. He just like
And
he says what everybody else think.
from what I've seen in the ring when he was in NXT, him versus Carmelo, amazing, amazing match. Um,
And what he say when all the women were fighting? This is the best day of my life, and I'm like, he's so
bruh, so
relatable.
relatable.
Look at all these.
Who wouldn't want
It's
to be in a
amazing.
ring with freaking 10 of the sexiest bitches in the world fighting each other? You just get to sit at your desk and watch. People
This
pay for that to watch it on camera, and he's getting paid to do it.
Yeah, we had some good bars in here. I lost to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I didn't get my rematch, so aren't I owed a rematch? I'm like, that's a fair point.
Yeah,
I didn't. Bianca said I didn't run away and hide. I stayed. Talking about she took a
yeah.
vacation after I lost. Flair said, "I am a champion with or without the title. Are you a champion with or without a title?"
But
And
she
then
came at her
Bianca,
with the I had the longest reign in goddamn modern
yeah,
history.
yeah, I am the longest reigning women champion in the generation. I didn't need 14 times to do it. So you gonna put some respect on my name. And then she walked off. I'm like, okay, she getting that little energy back. But she getting that little she getting that little fire back. She getting a little bit of what she
I'm
need.
here for it, bro. I like Bianca, but how's she gonna turn heel if she's duking it out with Charlotte Flair? How's she
It's,
gonna turn heel if she's in there with Oscar and
I don't know if they turn the heel. I think they just gonna give her attitude.
no, we need heel Bianca. Go back and look at Black and Gold, folks. Go back and look.
Take off the earrings, take the
Bruh.
shoes off of the earrings and stuff.
No,
Girl,
that I don't know. That could be seen as racially insensitive and
That what you said? You what you just said? You wanted NXT,
no,
girl?
I'm saying, of course, I want that. I'm saying the internet would fucking find a way to try and crucify you for it. They're
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm
oh,
just saying that's what she did. She said, "Girl,
this is perpetuating
She did do something
stereotypes.
kind of like that today. She did do the hand.
But it's so good, bro. But Bianca's Bianca. She's the
I need
EST of
them punches.
WWE. You
I need them punches back. Them
Jane
heel punches.
Jane Cena, bro. Jane
And that would
Cena.
also worry me about her not turning heel because they do see her in chain scene.
But I
And
mean,
they
this
refuse
will
her
be a
just to be
triple
her.
threat match. If you've watched the show before, you know I'm not the biggest fan of multi-man matches. I feel like they're messy.
I don't know. I don't think
You
it
don't
is.
think they
I think
can?
she said I'm gonna be. No, she said I'm gonna be at the
Oh, so
ringside,
they're just gonna okay. I still think
which could lead her to turn here that she just called somebody better or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think because Charlotte Flair. Don't nobody want babyface Charlotte Flair. Nobody.
She don't even have to be babyface. Just Bianca start cheating and you can get away with. AJ Styles and Mishin
Versus,
versus Karen Cross and
I
Scarlett.
think this.
And Karen Cross finally got a win.
Yeah,
So shout out to that.
bruh. I wish he'd shave his head so bad.
He has a cool new finisher.
Yeah, what was it called? The cross. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a little Uranagi thing, right? It's like a
Yeah.
yeah,
When he picked my shot and they flip around.
yeah.
I'm like, he finally got a new
It's like
finisher.
a
Maybe they're gonna
swinging
try to push him.
Uranagi almost.
Yeah. So maybe they'll push him now since
I
he
still think he needs to
after
shave his
all.
head. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Scarlett in the ring ever.
It's the second time in WWE.
Okay.
She had another mixed match with wasn't it her and Zelina and Ray versus her and
Um, I
on a
don't remember.
random Raw that I didn't care about. I think it was. But the one thing I can take about this is Scarlett tried to flirt with AJ. He took his glove off and said, I have a wife.
I'm a married man.
Yeah, I'm a married man. That's my one recap from this match. But nothing but
I, lo-
I'm happy to see Cross got a win.
yeah.
Finally.
Bro, I've been saying I love Karrion Cross. I think he's amazing. You could push this man to the moon, and he could be a contender. He could be one of them. He could be a Gunther-esque figure in a division easily. Every division needs that monster heel that freaking just be trashing people for no reason sometimes. This nigga goes out. Think Karrion Cross goes out and has random tarot cards printed with his coworkers' faces, and then picks out of the deck of them to see who he's gonna hurt. Think about
I
that.
think they could. Yeah.
This nigga has to
Next up, we got
because they ain't just selling tarot cards with the freaking SmackDown roster's faces. I mean, they probably are now that he started doing that. But this is one of them little things where even if we're kayfabing, folks, there's Karrion Cross or Scarlett one of the two goes to some specialty novelty online retail dealer to get freaking goddamn tarot cards with the pictures of the SmackDown roster on it. Think about that. They do. That's so hilarious to me. I love kayfabe.
we have Santos versus LA Knight. LA Knight loses, and it
LA
looks like
Knight's winning
he's
Money in
going.
the Bank. Think that's the bruh.
That's
LA
Vince
Knight.
booking.
Yeah.
I think people okay with it, but because that crowd he's extremely over.
Bruh. LA Knight could in my opinion, I think he could have that Seth Rollins quality to where win or lose, he puts on an amazing match and the crowd loves him no matter what. I say this almost every episode for some reason, but every time I mention Seth Rollins, think just last year, 76% loss rate and was still voted best wrestler of the year. I could see LA Knight doing some shit like that, especially if they're gonna give him the push. Because he is fucking gold.
He is 100%. But Santos got to win. LA Knight probably is gonna win
Money in the
Money in the
Bank.
Bank.
Yeah.
And then we got the best segment in every main event segment with the Bloodlines. And they start Roman comes out, of course. He talks about Jey, talking about how Jey will he fall in line, the whole story. We did see a lot of Jey told Paul Heyman, if I mean you out. And then he met Sammy in the epic no talking segment
just
in which they didn't
the
have to say
poignant
words.
stare. What's known don't need to be explained.
And the whole night stuff like that would just work. It just like
it was a slapper of a night, bro.
Sammy didn't say a word. He just sitting on waiting for him to come through, put his head down, looked up.
Zalmay, can you pull up what were the ratings for that SmackDown? They're saying it was record breaking. I never actually got to see the actual numbers, but yeah. The Sammy moment, just the silence was so freaking good. I love the part Roman Reigns when Paul Heyman asks him freaking have you talked to Jimmy or have you talked to Jey, my tribal chief? And he says, I'm the tribal chief. I don't reach out to people. People reach out to me. And I mean, selling it like the mob boss that he is, I still believe to this day. I wouldn't have been surprised if after they super kicked him, after he got kicked, I'm surprised he didn't catch a body right then and there. I wouldn't be surprised if he just pulled out the goddamn pistol and yacked them both.
From what I'm seeing, they say 2.28, but he got a 0.6 in the demo,
bruh,
which is crazy.
So good.
I said 0.6 in the demo. Good. That might be what they were talking about, the demographic, because this is a 0.6. And I'm like, everything else I'm looking on here is nowhere near a 0.6. I think the second highest I see is a 0.3.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they said it was the highest rated one of this year or the last couple years, but it was amazing, freaking. But we get to the end of the night. Roman Reigns standing in the ring, freaking with the wise man and Solo Sikoa, and of course, good old Jey coming out, and they get into this conversation, freaking Roman telling freaking Jey, I'm not grooming you. I love how much they use the grooming
line. And he does hit with he hit him with that line where he was like, Jey said you shouldn't be the right hand man. It wasn't a wise
Gaslight 101.
And then he said, is it true? I've been with me and you've been going at him since day one, but really I've been trying to keep up with you.
Mr. Prime Prince, Mr. Prime King.
Most likely to succeed. Mr. First Team All-American. I'm like, oh.
Talk that shit.
And then he called me Big Joshua. Do what? When he hit that Joshua.
I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is about twins, bro. But they really stick to that. Whichever one was born first is the diehard, the oldest. Because as they said, keep up with your big brother. Like this nigga, is probably 15 minutes older than you at most. Because see, my little brother and sister are twins, and freaking she was born 7 minutes before him, and she still feels like she's the big sister. I don't understand it.
You know what hit? You know what hit on that Jey one though? Be like, do what your big brother say, Joshua. I'm like, oh, he said no.
Bruh.
When you say
when you say your real name.
Do what your brother say, Joshua. I'm like, okay, this hitting. This feel like he been.
And I mean, we all know freaking. Because Jay's the one that that's gotten the DUIs and shit, isn't it? Or was that Jimmy?
Ain't it Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy. Okay.
The one married to Trinity, right?
Yeah. They're twins, bro. I still get them confused. It's been 10 years, but I still.
Hey, when they first came in, I could not tell them apart because they had the same hairstyle.
Bro, them in NXT, bro, they both had the same face paint on, wearing the fucking Umaga, not Umaga style, but
Jay do be killing. I remember every whole life you the big dog. Me, which one are you? I'm like Jay be has a fire line.
he was letting loose, and it was amazing.
I'm like he went kayfabe on you.
No, he
Jim.
shot on him. It was a shoot.
Yeah,
There
he
was
shot.
no
Oh, yeah,
kayfabe.
he shot on you. He like, hey, all this up my whole life.
There's,
Then you got
but
hurt. I
that's
stepped
why
up.
we love wrestling, folks.
When you got hurt, I stepped up. I became the main event, Jey
Main
Uso. I
event, Jay,
became the
the
right
right
hand.
hand man.
It's all because of him. And now you out. And the crowd like, boo.
And I'm out
And then
too.
and when he said I'm out, and then he put the thing, gave it to him, gave the thing to him, and kicked him, the crowd went.
They,
That was a pop.
bruh, stupid pop. They went up. As Jim Cornette would say, the babies went up in the air, folks. When fucking Jay kicked the tribal chief, and then Paul Heyman being Paul Heyman, as soon as he sees Roman Reigns no, because Solo comes in after Jay super kicks him. Freaking Jay gets out of the
Yo,
way.
Jay energy was
Jay,
there when he
bruh,
super kicked
Jay,
Solo. He started jumping up and down. I got hyped with
bruh, he was, yeah. Jay gets out of the way. Solo runs into
Jimmy
the
kicks him.
Jimmy super kick. Then he
They
gets
both do
doubled super kick too. Freaking
and then
that,
he does the
when he
running in
starts
place
running,
style.
jumping around, and then Roman starts to get up. Freaking,
Oh,
bro,
that he's
you
so
can't leave me. I was like, oh, and
yo.
they,
Y'all don't think Roman
and
can act? Y'all are
at
crazy.
this point, uh,
This is
at
live
this point,
action
Paul Heyman
acting.
has now rolled out of the ring, folks, with the two defunct belts. Now, I love.
Tori, nobody can say Roman Reigns might be the best actor in wrestling, and because he
He's
doing this
so
live with no
good.
reshoots.
Exactly.
This is
He's
no reshoots,
so
dog.
good. But no, he says that as he's getting up, and they hit him with another double super kick.
He hit the floor and everything. Yo,
Bro,
no one leaves me.
he sold that shit like he got shot in the fucking face, and I love
And
it.
he fell off the rope. He fell on
Young
the rope
Bucks,
like he was.
take notes.
I was like, oh my! And then that super kick looked brutal. And then they got on WWE.com and the YouTube. They had the after effect, and then they do the one slowly, and then they do the one together like this. I'm like, that's a dope thing. And then Roman was in the
You
ring.
get the picture with all the crowd, the whole crowd behind him, putting the ones up too. Roman laid
Yeah.
out in the middle of the ring, off to the side. It was magic.
And then the after was so perfect because they hit Roman is sitting in the ring, and they had that part when they said it's not the paranoia, it's the Uso, and they zoom in on Roman's face and his eyes is look, and then when he say it's not paranoia, it's the Uso, and as he's saying the Uso, his eyes go up and he looks at the camera. And I'm like, this is
It's so
like why y'all didn't
good.
put this one on? Why y'all didn't put this on TV? Because he literally like he's looking down. He's like, it's not paranoia. He looks up. It's the Usos. I'm like, that's the perfect time.
So,
How long y'all
and
practice
from
this?
that, folks, we're
The
getting
crowd yells, you
at
deserve
Money
it.
in the Bank. I saw
Oh,
maybe some people will be shitty about it, but we all know this is going to main event over the heavyweight title.
that poster is the best poster
And
they
we
had
got the
on years.
Civil War, folks, coming to you lucky bastards in the UK. Emma, Money in the Bank, folks. Solo and Roman versus the Usos. You know it's got to be
A,
main eventing.
a little thing I don't know if people noticed when Roman left the ring, Solo got close to him and Roman dipped away and looked at him to the side.
The
The
paranoia
trick.
set did.
Like Solo
The
came closer.
kingdom is officially crumbling, folks. I think we might get freaking Roman dropping the title at SummerSlam.
Yo, listen, it was so Tori, like they was walking off on the thing. I don't know if you saw
Because
the
we
YouTube.
got to admit now, folks, whether we like it or not, we are in the final stages of this. We're
Oh, it's
at the
100.
point of no return. We are coming to the precipice, folks. But I'm
It
here for
basically
it. Think,
after he won the bet, it basically started with his family, and it's
bro,
always been
but
about the family.
think back to when he beat Cody for the belt at WrestleMania. Think
That Cody line was
No,
perfect.
but think about what he said after that at the press scrum
Yeah.
that they did. Freaking, we're gonna have to stretch your attention span. We're giving you filet mignon. You're used. He said this isn't TikToks and YouTube Shorts. He was like, we're giving you the good stuff. He was like, We're only a third of the way through this. Freaking, we still got more to go. But y'all gonna have to pay attention. You're gonna have to really watch. And I mean, bruh, no lies detected at all.
Did I did I lie?
Did I lie?
But when I don't know if y'all ain't watched this part when Roman leaves after it's on YouTube. Solo walks close to him and do the little thing like this. Roman looks at him like this and walks and moves over because I'm like, oh, the paranoia of everybody
Bruh,
turning.
he's
Technically, Roman Reigns has
he's
never turned on anybody in his life.
never. He has been turned on multiple times, but he has never been the one to turn on somebody.
And it's like amazing too because like they turn on him for a good reason,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
but he's loyal to the people.
It, it is crazy,
So
but I love it
it's like
so
justified
much.
paranoia. Like everybody when it's and you know the story gonna be why Solo going to because Solo loyal. But it's gonna be when you gonna turn on me and I'm gonna treat you bad because I know you finna turn on me and I'm finna
Yeah.
be paranoid with it.
When do I start taking out my frustration with your brothers on you?
And I know when you
My
gonna betray
frustration
me.
with your brothers, yeah.
And then the Cody line makes everything perfect.
Yeah. Cody's man. But I said it a couple weeks ago, man. Freaking I
Oh, they
was
have
I
to
was
play the whole
I was a
bloodline
bit I
storyline
was
for the
I was a
WrestleMania
bit
match.
salty. I was a bit salty that Cody didn't win then. But bro, right now in this moment in time, I don't think anyone can say. I think damn near anyone would say it was the right call. Cody not winning the belt that night. It was the right call. In
I
the
think
moment, it did not feel like it at all, folks. And I'm the first to say that. I try my best not to be a hypocrite. But bruh, I thought I didn't care for it then too. I was like, oh, we're dragging this out. But after that press scrum that happened right after Roman said that, he was like, we ain't even a third of the way through this. He said, we're only a third of the way through this. We're in the third inning. I mean, that's still a lot of baseball to go. So I'm I'm so happy about it. I'm happy as a wrestling stan, and I mean that as in professional wrestling as a whole. I don't do the tribalism shit, WWE, AEW, Impact, New Japan. I watch all wrestling equally and judge it accordingly. But I think, bruh, they're doing something magic right now. And I think when we look back on it in freaking 5, 10 years, we'll be like, God damn,
I'm trying
this
not to
was
watch the
this
YouTube
was
whole
peak,
thing till it's finished. So I don't want to like.
bruh.
I want to watch it. Man, we might watch it. Like I don't. It might get taken. We might make a
No,
Patreon just to.
I was gonna say, because we
So
get
we'll make a
claimed
Patreon.
otherwise.
We're gonna make a Patreon and just watch the whole YouTube video.
It would be, hey, it would be fun. But
Like,
bro, it's Roman. He's working magic right now, like all the way through. And think about how much better everyone who has been involved with the bloodline in any way, shape, or form in this run has been elevated
Rock
from
even got
or
a character
from
change for the first
friend to
time in a decade.
Ortho. Yeah,
He became
Cowboy
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 Brock.
Brock was born, folks.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
it
Dom
was
turned head after Roman threw him off.
just yep, broke up broke up a father and son.
You know what I'm saying? Dom.
Drove him right into the arms or the legs rather of Rhea Ripley.
Roman started and Rhea finished it when she clamped him with the thighs.
I was gonna say that head scissor was all she wrote.
Then it was over. He became dumb. But Roman
And
Reigns.
now he's one of the hottest heels in the
By the
whole
way, for
fucking
people that say
business.
everybody around Roman making this storyline special, listen,
Nah.
Roman Reigns, the Joe's pushed
Roman
for
Reigns is still
everybody.
the focal point. That's the thing.
He pushed for him
You could
a
take
year.
other
Sammy
people
said
out
it.
of the equation in this, and this could still work, except for Roman. If you don't have Roman, the bloodline doesn't
There's no
work. It
villain.
never happens. There's no one. He is the final boss, bro. He is the last. He is the last wrestle bender.
From what I
He,
heard, he
the
don't want.
last stretcher, if you will.
From what I'm heard, when he came back, he's like, "Hey, I want Jey Uso got to face me." Then a year before, he literally said, "Sami Zayn, I gotta work with that guy because he is special,
He
and I
has
need to work with
called
him."
his shot and hit it time after time after time after fucking time.
Paul Heyman said he was about to. Didn't he say he was about to like basically like I was done and Roman called me after He
Yeah.
he was over Raw, and
Yeah.
then Vince was like, "Hey, we're gonna make you the scapegoat.
Roman
We're gonna
literally
WrestleFan."
took fucking Paul out of the freaking writing room and made him once again. And we all know Paul Heyman has been one of the hottest managers ever. Creator of ECW, freaking
He's
amazing,
not even
amazing.
that, like he's valuable, but he adds stuff when Roman's not there. But
Oh
he's
no,
not
yeah,
normally he's the
bro.
focal point, but
He is
Roman is
one of
still
he is one of the best talkers in all of wrestling, in my opinion. He might be the best talker.
normally he manages and talks, but
Who
this
who,
he
who
Tor,
legitimately
even
cuts
Paul
a better
Heyman.
in this day and age? Who cuts a better promo
Uh,
than
uh,
Paulie?
oh no,
Nobody,
Tor. But
in my
even Paul
opinion.
Heyman character changes
MJF
for
might
this.
come kind of close sometimes, and so does Roman. But bro, Paul's that
Tor,
that dude.
even in this iteration, Paul Heyman is a different character than he normally is. Instead of being like, "You're our leader," he's like, "Yes, my tribal chief. Yes, yes, yes."
I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, I love you, my tribal chief.
When he
That's
almost lost, go back and watch when he almost lost to Logan Paul, and he was like, and he looked back, he was scared, like, "You'll never get another shot." The whole time, Paul Heyman like, "You're the greatest. You are him, my tribal." Then Roman crashed. He's like,
it
"You
was,
are him." I'm like, "Oh, this is a whole different character,"
bro.
and he's perfect for it. He's like, "That's
Everyone
like."
who's gotten involved with this, and I think it's because everyone who's gotten involved in this, I feel like has gotten way more of something like creative freedom in this. Like
Even
I
Seth
feel,
Rollins got don't. Seth Rollins was not as over after that Royal Rumble. Tori, let's not pretend.
I think he won, even if it was by disqualification.
When he did the Shield thing, when he did that whole run was amazing. The whole I'm Roman, you remember you and then Roman hit him with the sprint. He did that basically created the new character he had.
It it was magic. After and
That's still one of the
now
best
he's the
matches. I
world
don't care what
heavyweight
nobody.
champion, and I enjoy that. Bro, I didn't like the look of that belt at first, but it's grown on me. I don't hate it
They say
anymore.
in real life it's amazing looking. They say on camera it don't look as good though.
Wait, the one that Seth has or the one that Roman
The
has?
one that Roman had.
Okay, I'm talking about the one that Seth has.
Oh yeah,
I
that
I
one.
do
Oh yeah,
I
even on camera that one looked pretty good. I just hate the
I
WWE sign, but
yeah,
everybody
I
else.
think the gold probably looks a lot flashier on Roman's belt in real life as
Yeah,
opposed to your television screen.
because I was looking up what people were saying about that was in Lexington, and everybody like, yo, in real life this
A lot
belt
of
looks
people
amazing.
hate it. I don't though. Fuck it.
TV wise, I can see why y'all hate because
Every
it comes up the
wrestling
light.
company has their fucking logo gigantic in the middle of the belt nowadays. It's
Well,
not.
it's promotion, by the way. You want it to be seen because you don't want no random belt from what company that for. You know what company it is. We have the logo.
I was gonna say exactly.
Okay, we are hour and 12 minutes in. Let's go through this. What do you like about Dynamite this week? What you didn't? For me, Adam Cole MJF was incredible. That ending was crazy,
It
and
was so good.
the ending of the whole show, the ending of everything was amazing.
I
Um,
thoroughly enjoyed it. I
I
just
hated
man,
Chris Jericho and Sting interacting because,
yeah, it was awkward.
but Elite versus Blackpool Comeback Club was that ending was second. But I
They
thought it couldn't be
they
topped
they
until
killed
the
it.
top. I
They
did,
killed it. Knocked it out of the park, folks.
yeah, I was in. You didn't know what happened. You saw Kenny come out. Then Will Ospreay came
What,
up.
bro? Still one of my most anticipated matches of Forbidden Door 2, Osprey versus Omega 3, the rubber match, folks. I can't wait because I'm pretty sure Osprey's taking the freaking title back to New Japan.
By the way, out of everything, listen. One thing I learned this week: when you show energy after you do something, the crowd feels it. From Will Ospreay doing the little hype after he kicked him, the hook kick,
Bruh, the hook kick was
and
so
then he
good.
ran in place too, and the crowd got hyped. They felt it. Then when Jay did it too, when he did,
Why doesn't Hook use the hook kick?
I have no clue. He could do it too.
He definitely could do it, bro.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why isn't Hook doing the hook kick?
I don't know. But
I'm gonna have
anything
to.
you liked, I did not care about the Jack Swagger thing. It was good, but I didn't care. Sammy Guevara's Chris Jericho line, I didn't. It was
Bruh, but I don't think Babyface Sammy's gonna get over, and I don't think Sammy's people are even gonna care enough to be heelish towards him without Mello.
Jake Hager and Warlow. It was, but I liked what I liked, and it was.
It was a rubber match.
Yeah. So, what did you like? What you didn't like?
I enjoyed MJF versus Adam Cole, of course. I think it's. I wish Adam Cole would just get buffer, like just even if it was just some more definition, because MJF looks so freaking. And MJF's not the biggest guy on the roster by any means, but he just looks so much bigger than Adam Cole. But that match was amazing. A super fire ending. Because the bell rang right. The bell for the time limit rang right after he freaking went hit for two. So good. Hit for three. Everyone, but nothing. You don't get it. Because the bell, I didn't even think about the time limit, bro. So when they actually did that, I was actually surprised, and it actually got over with.
It was a good ending.
It was
It
an
did. It was
amazing
a good ending.
ending. TK was on his shit this night, but yeah, bro,
Shout out to
I
Dax
love
Harwood and Brian.
Brian Danielson.
They said they've been they've been helping out a lot. So
But
shout out
yeah,
to them.
other than that, like you said, the ending, well, it brought you back to that old school feel of wrestling in the early 2000s, late 90s, where fucking it was just a crazy all out brawl damn near every night. Fucking whole locker room empties out to beat the shit out of each other at least once a month. And I love that. The stuff in between, like you said, the Sting and Jericho little bat moment didn't do it for me. I can't believe Tony Khan signed Chris Jericho to a 10-year deal. How did, bro? He got a golden tongue. How did he talk this nigga into a 10-year contract? Chris Jericho's amazingly good at the wrestling business. But yeah, I didn't like that interaction. Other than that, bro, it was good. I didn't hate it. There wasn't anything that I actually despised on it, which is rare for AEW for me. Usually, there's always a match that I can be like, I really just completely dislike that. But yeah,
Yeah.
overall, if I had to give it a
Um,
score, solid 7 out of 10, easy, maybe an 8.
it was a good show this week. Um, NXT. What happened? We had the Mustafa Ali and versus Schism and the Tyler Bate North American Championship with
Is the
Wesley.
Rock daughter
Of
still
course, you
with
know them.
Schism?
Yeah,
Has she wrestled yet?
they. Yeah, she wrestled. She got a win over
Ivy
Ivy
Miles?
with which I don't think she should at this point. Ivy Naz is way too good for that
Bro,
belt.
but also shout out to NXT. Tiffany Stratton looks like $1 billion, bro. She is, bro.
She's
With that, she fits that belt perfectly. It looks top tier.
Brian Breaker, of course, came out said, "Seth, you NXT guy, right?"
He's the first
So Seth,
first ever NXT
yeah,
champion, folks. Seth Rollins
he used
was
AJ Styles line the house.
the
He's
house
like,
that Seth
"Let me go back
Rollins
to the house
built.
that I." Yeah, so he's like, "I'm the first NXT. I built NXT. I made it what it was. Let me go back to the house that I built." So he accepted Brian Breaker's challenge.
That
Um,
shit.
Corey,
Seth Rollins is so freaking amazing though. I'm gonna watch
and it
NXT just to see that match, and I might maybe I watch the whole
hopefully,
thing if it well
it,
because that's gonna be the main event, no doubt, right?
yeah, 100%.
But but I but yeah,
But next up,
I'm just I want it to freaking I got
next up with Corey J and Thea Hale. But Shawn Michaels does a great
he
job of
books the
giving
shit out of
storylines
these
to these women.
females.
Thea Hale's storyline is that she's been known as the girl to do strong stuff and don't do moves. So what he did was she trained and after like months and she get a few matches that she actually do move. The whole storyline was okay. Drew Gulak and Charles Dempsey like you can't wrestle. You strong athletic, but you can't wrestle. And she said, I'm gonna prove it to you. So they've been training with
Thea
her, and they
Hale's the
basically
one
been
that's
like, we're gonna teach
with
you
that
lots.
Chase guy, right?
Yeah, she would chase you. So basically what the storyline is that she can't wrestle, she only do moves, and she can't grapple and do all that other stuff, which she hasn't done in any match. So they put her against Cora Jade, and she basically taps her out with a Kimura lock and actually wrestles pretty decently in this match, to the point that Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey, who said you can't wrestle, came out and gave a hand clap. But
I,
then you
I hope
catching on,
Charlie
which
Dempsey
was somebody.
blows, bro. That kid's so good, and he looks just like his dad.
He's cutting good promos with Thea Hale too. So I think this was a chance to get her actually wrestling and him to get promo work, because this is the most he's gotten since. So he's like a teacher. So I think that's the trade off. And
if he can cut a promo
NXT
even
is
half
for
as good as
training.
his dad, he's gonna be all right.
That's what I'm saying. I think that was NXT for. Like, listen, he's a good wrestler.
It's
Let's
a
give him some promo work.
developmental brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So let's do that. So if I know some people like, why he ain't wrestling? Why is he doing promos for Thea Hill? He's working on his promo.
Exactly.
He's
People
a good
forget
wrestler. We've
about
seen
that
him
all
be a
the
good
time.
wrestler. We see him. We see he's a good wrestler already. He just hasn't cut promos. So now he has a person to cut
I
promos
was gonna
off
say
with and tell the
they
story
want
with.
him to go up to the main roster. So freaking he needs to be amazing. Not just good, he needs to be amazing.
Yeah, so what they doing is letting him cut promo. He's already really good in the ring, so now you have to tell stories with this girl who's learning how to wrestle, and you're known as the wrestler, so you can speak and help her with the storyline. So I'm like, it makes sense what Shawn Michaels doing. So and she's getting over. So I'm like, okay, with the
That's
NXT
what
crowd at
it's
least. I
all
don't know.
about. If she's getting over
So
and she's actually getting better in the ring, let's go.
yeah, the whole thing. She's still a little energetic and weird, but she's getting better in the ring. So that's all you want. And plus, he's telling the story on why she's getting better, because she's been working in the performance center for months. So you
Yeah,
give her a storyline to why it's
I've seen
improving
her.
and why
I've
she
seen
should.
her Twitter videos and stuff from the performance center.
Yeah, so she's improving. So that's the whole point. You're supposed to show improvement, and that's what they're doing. The Heritage Cup is interesting. I love the way it's set up. Nathan Frazier beats Noam Dar.
Shout out Noam Dar though. Super
They
Noam.
using they using Jakari and Lash Legend to speak for Noam Dar and get him more over. So that's a good thing.
That's an awkward pairing. I don't know if it's is it good?
Dar seem to work well with Black. No, I mean, why he always have a black woman by his ass. I'm like, shout out to you, my
Yeah,
guy. Shout
Noam
out to you
Dar's
for
a
working out.
dude. He's so
But
good. The Scottish Supernova.
Trick Williams cut an amazing promo on him the other day.
I
I'm
hope
like, Trick, if
bruh.
you can wrestle.
I hope the NXT makes Trick Williams get super good because he is so that guy's so good on the mic. If he was even 3/4 or a half as good in the ring as he is on the mic, to the fucking moon.
He's like, they call you a supernova, but messing with us is a supernova. No, I'm like, he's doing rap like I'm like, this dude
Do you
got it,
think
bro. If y'all get him
Do you think
wrestling,
Trick ever turns on Carmelo?
I kind of don't want him to.
Well,
If anybody turn, it'll probably be, I don't know, cause Carmelo personality ain't really healed by itself. Like I feel like
okay.
to be healed, he
Well,
need Trick. So it's interesting.
what better way for him to become a? Maybe they want to make him a baby face. What better way to do that than to have the dude that he's essentially carried through NXT with him turns on him and cost him the title?
They hinted at it, but then in the heat of them hitting at it, he pushed him out the way
Because
of a
I see a
Braun
lot
Breaker
of people
spear.
saying that they could see Carmelo Hayes going up to main roster sometime soon. So
If they if he do that, they have to have like a. I think Carmelo would love one of his best friends to have a match with him before he go up.
or maybe they freaking send them up together as a pair and use Trick as his
Trick got a
manager.
wrestle though. That's the
Oh
thing. I
yeah,
mean, Trick.
yeah.
I want Trick to get better at wrestle. I
Yeah,
don't want him
I'd
to just be
love
a
it
match.
because, like I said, from what the clips I see and shit, he is immaculate on the mic, but he's still a little warbly in the ring.
He didn't do bad against Brown, but it wasn't great. So
Yeah, but
just,
Braun Breaker's also great, so the match wasn't gonna be mad if you have any sort of basic athleticism. And Trick got an amazing physique, freaking looks super athletic. I don't know what he did before freaking NXT. He was probably on some kind of collegiate team, I feel like, but
that really works for the women in WWE so far.
Bianca Belair, freaking
Yeah.
who else was
Trick is going to appear in Booker T's promotion, so that's good. He getting
oh
more
that's
time.
well, yeah.
That's next week. Till he going for. Dabba-Kato versus Scripps and Axiom.
Ooh.
They finally took the mask off, so I don't hate Scripps as much because we
Why are you
know it's
still calling him
Reggie.
Scripps? Why aren't we just calling him Reggie
They
again?
still call they still call him Scripps. You know, he's like we know it's Reggie. They said on the show like that's
Is
Reggie. I'm
Reggie
like,
getting
yeah.
any better in the ring?
Him and Axiom did some crazy stuff with Dabba-Kato.
Oh,
You gotta watch
Axiom's the
that mo.
other. He's a luchador, right?
Yeah, they did some weird thing where they like spent off each other's foot and then it was rolling and then he threw Script Reggie off the ring into onto Dabba-Kato, and I'm like that was insane. It was
Every time,
unnecessary.
bro, I swear I'm happy. Are you? I think it's better for Dabba-Kato that he's Dabba-Kato again. But you think he'll ever get the stench of General Aziz off of him?
Probably not. Oh, let me show it. I
Y'all
don't. We
remember?
might.
Do you remember Raw Underground, bro?
Oh yeah.
Bruh, Shane
Here,
Dabba-Kato
here the
was
movie is. Here
pressing
the movie
boys.
is. Though. Here the movie is.
Ooh, that was
It-
slick.
That's what I'm saying. So they doing luchador theater kid circus. I think he was Reggie. Wasn't Reggie
Yeah,
in
Reggie
Circus
was in
Olay?
Cirque du Soleil.
So they got potential to do some crazy stuff. Then Malik Black versus Idris. Malik Blade won. They are interested. They can wrestle. They just can't talk. I just
We
don't
get
know.
anything from my boy Tony D'Angelo?
Yeah. Sax trying to figure out who snitched on him.
Oh shit. Man,
So he
I
like, I'm
can't
gonna
wait
find
to
out who
get.
snitched.
I
It's
can't
more
wait
probably one of them
till Tony
Kardashian.
D comes up to the main roster.
Yo,
Him and
Stacks
Joe
is
Gacy. I want to see both of them main roster side. Those are. I think those my outside of Braun Breaker, who's unequivocally my favorite newcomer in NXT, so to speak. It's Braun Breaker, Tony D'Angelo, and Joe Gacy. Those are the three I think probably have
Tony
the
D said.
brightest future main roster side.
Stacks said, I'm gonna get you a good lawyer. You mean like a Caucasian? Yeah, Caucasian. You know they good for You know they good for getting people
Italians
off.
are white. How are they? How are they saying it's a white? How are they trying to say a white freaking?
Europeans might be mad. You know they get upset in Europe over this stuff. Hey, the dude said, you know them Caucasians good at getting people off, and he like Stacks, you got to come up with another saying.
Yeah, you got to word that differently. You got to word that differently.
Yeah, I'm like that is hilarious. I love these two, man. And Stacks doing starting to get a lot better too. So shout out, even though he still missed a lot of his moves
His
way
name
off.
is
And I'm like,
Stacks. I never knew that guy's name because I only watched the clips of Tony D'Angelo matches. So I'm not
Rock,
ever up to date on the stories going on in the NXT.
Roxanne versus Tatum Paxley. Roxanne won pretty
Who the fuck
quickly.
is Tatum Paxley?
The girl that used to be tag team with Ivy Neal, that used to wear the mask on her face. I don't know if you
Okay.
ever.
I don't remember that at all,
But she's after Blair Davenport because she said that in the threat. It's a promise I'm gonna end you because you hurt all these women. She's the Blair Davenport for people that know. I know we ain't did the show last week, but she's the person she was revealed that hurt all the women that got injured with the torn ACLs over the last week.
she was the one
6 months.
tearing ACLs.
Yeah,
So
so
she's the
basically she
one that
tore like
got Andy Hartwell too.
no, it wasn't Indy. It was Sol Ruka, Nikita Lyons, Amari Miller. Who's the other girl that got an ACL too? It's like 2 more.
I don't know.
It was like 6 women got there, and apparently she injured all of them. Of course, storyline wise, kayfabe, but
That's crazy.
so Roxanne said, "I'm gonna take care of you for the locker room. That's a promise." And then we see Gigi Dolan and Phelan Handler. They hate Kiana
I don't
James, and
think
then
they
we
should
had
have broke up Toxic Attraction, but I guess it makes sense because they essentially don't really have a women's tag team division anymore, and the tag teams are about to get unified on the main roster. I just thought that's a smart way to get that um what's the word I'm looking for, that division out of there. If in the,
yeah.
in
If they can stay on NXT a lot too, if they want some younger teams, so they don't have to be all that. But then we had Baron Corbin versus Ilya Dragunov. Of course, y'all know this match was good,
I heard
really
it. I
good.
heard it was very good. I still haven't
It was a
watched
very
it
good match.
yet, but I did see it.
Ilya at that point, you know, if Ilya in the match,
But
him and JD McDonough, if they in the
I know
match,
this isn't going to happen probably. But tell me Ilya Dragunov versus Roman Reigns doesn't fucking go stupid dumb.
It will. He ends 2 streaks.
That would be
he
crazy.
ends,
But I think when
ends
Ilya
blue.
gets to the main roster, I think we're going to see him show the fuck out. Ilya versus AJ Styles. Ilya versus.
I was worried, but the way they treating JD, I'm a little less worried now.
When's he just
They
defend?
treat JD like
Maybe is Finn going to turn on freaking the Judgment Day, or is the Judgment Day going to turn on Finn? I feel like either way, JD McDonough is probably going to come in to help him.
yeah. It'd probably be him turning on them because it seemed like they going more babyface in a weird way.
Dom,
Nah, Dom can't turn. I don't care if he did try to go babyface. He'll
they
still
better
be.
never, bro. I'm going to be so sad when they break Rhea and
Maybe they
Dom
get rid
up.
of. Maybe they get. Thinking about it, Rhea can't go babyface. Maybe they get rid of. Maybe they shock everybody and get rid of
Damian
Damian Priest because he
Priest.
seemed to be a
I
babyface.
mean, they like
Yeah, he's shaking
the
people's
people
hands.
like him.
He's shaking people's hands after
He's
matches. We
grown.
know they
I
don't do
was
that
gonna say
shit.
he's grown past the dark. Damian Priest is now exiting his emo phase, folks.
At 40 years old.
Damn, you didn't
But
have to
yeah.
say that. You didn't have to say that.
Hey, people don't know because people
He
seem to
looks
online
so
seem to
much.
think he's.
He does not remotely look close to.
Somebody swore he was 23 on Twitter the other day.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
yo, he knew the WWE. He just came up two
That's
years ago.
pushing it. That's pushing it. People are
I was
crazy.
like, no, he's been wrestling
He
a
was from that
long time.
last regime that wasn't oriented on finding college athletes.
Yeah, but I can see it. But yeah, this match was really good. It ended with Braun Breaker keep trying to he has beef with Ilya Dragunov because Ilya Dragunov see the toughest dude in NXT and Braun Breaker has a problem with it.
Ilya's that nigga.
And Braun Breaker, you was not the toughest dude in this locker room. I don't know who you talking to. So they've been having a beef over that.
Ilya versus Walter is still one
Which
of
I,
my
but
favorite
you,
matches of
what
all
y'all,
time.
if y'all know anything about me, I just love simple stuff. Like the dude said, I'm the toughest dude,
Nothing
and Braun
wrong
Breaker
with
got a problem
liking
with it.
that old classic wrestling vibe when you don't get it too often nowadays. No offense to
Yeah,
modern wrestling.
yeah. Dude say I'm the toughest dude. You got a problem with it because I'm the toughest dude. Y'all fight. That's all right.
Exactly.
That's wrestling. And then of course Ilya hits him with the torpedo
Torpedo
Moscow.
Moscow.
Torpedo Moscow, and then Baron Corbin hit with the end of days. If y'all know anything about the end of days,
You'll
you know,
kick out of it.
you
One person kicked out of
know,
it.
what I'm saying Drew McIntyre
Yeah.
at WrestleMania. He had to be WrestleMania for you to kick out.
That was such a waste, and we didn't even really acknowledge it afterwards. Now
Yo,
we're basically.
but to be fair, that was in the time Drew was the man, and
Oh,
then he kind of
so
fell.
Baron Corbin won this match?
Yes,
That's crazy. Maybe,
Braun
maybe
Breaker
we're not
distracted
going to
him.
get sad Corbin back.
He on NXT, so we'll see what he's doing. Then Carmelo attacked Baron Corbin after the match because this match was to be the number 1 contender.
Oh, maybe Carmelo's going up to the main roster, and they're going to let Baron Corbin run as NXT champion again. He's been the NXT champion before, I do believe.
Yeah,
Back when
he
he had
was
hair.
Low Lone Wolf.
Yeah, but man, his hairline was so crazy, thinning, male pattern baldness hits us all, but it was hitting him hard.
Tara, before we go, let's do a little casual conversation. We don't want to be on too long. Reddit gave up and
The strike,
they bowed to the
bruh.
master.
This is a
Break it down.
testament to how dependent we are on technology. Because y'all could have literally, because the thing is, they could have made a real change. Like Reddit is literally, if there's no Redditors, there is no Reddit. And if you look at how the writers are striking right now over that AI shit. It's been months. TV shows are getting delayed, bruh. Y'all, and you guys could have done that, but Charlie hit the nail on the head, bruh. They messed up when they gave a deadline because we saw that the CEO just doubled, bruh. we're gonna wait it out. We don't foresee any real damage. You told us it'd be 48 hours. Freaking, we can survive.
You saw what they did to people that did it after 48 hours? They basically threatened them like, hey, you gonna open this or we taking all your perms away. And then everybody caved.
That's so crazy.
Hey, listen, if y'all stick together, every movement failed. Budweiser, go woke, go broke.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what they love to say. They went right back
I
up. They
just
went
I
broke
just
for a week.
saw Destiny posting freaking. He showed that
Stop.
back in the day when they did the Go Woke Go Broke, he bought stock.
Yeah,
He bought
he
that
bought it again.
in Anheuser Busch.
Yeah. And it's right back up. And just same thing with Call of Duty, same way when Chick-fil-A. Listen, boycotts don't work because y'all really too comfortable to actually do boycott. Y'all want to play y'all games, y'all want to eat y'all food, y'all want to do on Reddit. Because if you know who they gonna blame, like they gonna Reddit gonna be like, hey, we gave y'all an option to come back, and everybody be like, yeah, we wanted y'all back. We don't. This is uncomfortable for us.
But that's the thing, because think about it. For those, how many people, how many tweets did you see people being like, "Oh, Reddit went down when the strike first started because if there's no redditors, there's no content."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's always
But
like
if
that, man.
they'd have
Everybody
never
like to
put a
present.
deadline on it,
I'm just tired of everybody faking like oh Target is down though. Let's see
you're
one more
not.
time.
We're not all political activists, folks.
But Target down, but Target is a store that can't afford to be offended country people. Budweiser,
Target's so
food
goddamn
places.
expensive, bruh.
Yeah, I'm saying y'all ain't quite the type of people that needs y'all ain't the type of people that can just say the mom and pop stores and everybody local. I'm just saying. But anything else toward wrestling? Why you want to talk about anything you saw? Anything? So we get out of here.
Nope, I think we got it covered.
Raw was Raw. We mentioned some of the stuff we liked on
Yeah,
Raw during this
it
thing.
wasn't
So
bad.
yeah, KO and Sammy fun, and that's what it is. So
KO and Sammy versus Pretty Deadly is going to be a slapper, folks.
it
Telling you
is.
now, don't miss it. Are we getting that at Money in the Bank?
We got. I gotta see. I don't know. They didn't announce it. Did it?
I
I
haven't
know they
seen it.
got a title shot, but you. Hey, listen with KO and the way WWE been lately with Triple H. They put random tag team championship matches on Raw or
That
SmackDown.
is
Just like, hey,
true.
y'all got it next week. I'm like, y'all not saved it for the pay per
But
view. Nope, Roman
but
Reigns.
think it's 3 hours long.
It is. So we gotta see. Tori, you think that? Tori, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at AfroCommy765 on all platforms. Frickin', of course, you can find me here on Over on 99 Media, being an Over on 99 scumbag. Um, you know the vibe. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
It is the vibe. Tori, you think they know who we are yet?
I don't know, but until they're probably getting to know us. But if not, of course, they're going to say what they always say.
What do y'all say?
Who are these niggas?